Welcome to Dynamo Dynamics, winning goals to digital dominance. I'm your host, Danny Perry, and with me as always is my guy, Kai Peterson. And Kai, spring has kind of sprung. We're at the that time of year where it's really nice down here.
Yeah, it's beautiful weather.
Yeah. How are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving we'll probably get maybe another 2 weeks, maybe 3 before we get up in the high 90s.
Oh, man, we only get 2 weeks of spring here. Direct to summer.
Yeah.
Well, let's enjoy it while we can. We got a little bit to talk about today. The Dynamo were in action, and of course, Champions League is coming back this Tuesday and Wednesday, and NBA playoff time. So,
yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the Dynamo. We got a 1-1 draw this weekend, which, if you just look straight at the statistics, it feels like a loss because the LA Galaxy got a red card early on, which should mean we should go down and pepper the goal. But we did.
We did pepper the goal. They weren't very many, not as many on target, but I think I agree with you with more so because we scored early.
Yeah.
And, Ponce is kind of coming into his own as a striker. It's what we've been waiting for, and he scored 2 or 3 goals over the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
So the fact that we scored early, 14th minute, it's like, okay, this is good. On the road as well. So
yeah.
This is going to be great. But then,
we gave up a goal. But the goal that we gave up, it wasn't bad defending.
I'm sorry, but even before that, they had a red card before that goal was scored. So
they had a red card. I think it was the 28th minute. So
with that, we scored early. They have a red card, so they're down to 10 men, and so now we should really be cruising. But they secured a free kick, and
it was a really nice goal on their part, I will say.
It was. Maybe that's the theme now. It's like spectacular free kicks because we talked about them last week with Declan Rice in the Champions League, and man, that was really nice. That was a great free kick by I cannot remember the Galaxy player's name, but it was very, very nice from distance outside the box.
Yeah.
Boom.
Slotted it in, yeah. But we did have a few other opportunities. I mean, we hit the post, which
60th minute.
Yeah, that hurts, but this whole season we've been broken records. Our defense is lacking, our offense is lacking, our midfield's not stable, but our defense looked pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, the free kick is not.
Yeah, I would have been more upset if that would have come from open play against 10 men, but a free kick, a moment of quality, what can you really say?
Yeah, and it was a deep free kick too. Yeah. But, I mean, we got the attacking opportunities. We just could not see the ball go to the back of the net.
Right.
Things happen, but.
Yeah, and with that amount of time, though, you really wanted the game winner in that
especially in both of our respective positions on the table. I mean, Galaxy, I think, is still in last place, and then we're, I think, still 13th.
13th out of 15 in our conference. So, yeah, I really would have expected the winner. We really needed. I think you were saying last week that we really can't drop points against the Galaxy, and well, we dropped points against them. So we're still kind of languishing there at the bottom of the table. But I don't know. I guess I'm a little optimistic. The attacking play looked better. The defense seems to be solidifying around Savichenko and the Io. That's what we'll call him, Io. The youngster. McGlynn is definitely integrated into the team at this point in time. They brought in Brooklyn Raines into the midfield as well with Artur. So it seems like they're kind of figuring some things out, but just scoring more goals, conceding less goals is still the.
Yeah, I think we have the good part is that when you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go. It's forward.
There you go.
So we do have a lot of work cut out for us, but I think the pieces of the puzzle are starting to kind of figure themselves out over time. So I'm actually pretty confident against Colorado, our next game. I think we can definitely do some damage there.
Well, I hope so. That's with Colorado, and then we have the Austin game right after that, 2 at home. So it's time to make some hay, right? While the sun is shining.
Yeah.
Is that the term? The sun is shining. Let's make some hay. But how about a prediction? We're not going to go. I mean, we have Colorado, Austin at home, and then LAFC away. Those are our next three. But like you said earlier, let's just stick with one game at a time, right?
I think Colorado, I'll go 2-1 Dynamo. I think we'll get an early goal to start the game. They'll tie it 1-1, and then I think we'll close it out.
2-1, 2-1, 2-1. I think I am going to go. I'm going with the Dynamo because I think they're getting positive momentum. I think it's going to be 1-0, though. 1-0 Dynamo.
Nice.
1-0 Dynamo. So we're still waiting on that first streak to start.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, prove us right.
First winning streak,
Yeah.
or I guess we're technically on an unbeaten streak, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, let's have a winning streak, though.
Let's start it off this weekend.
There you go. Well, we had a little bit of Champions League action last week. We got to talk about the first two matches while we filmed last week's show with Arsenal versus Real Madrid and Bayern versus Inter Milan. So we have the return leg starting tomorrow, and I think we made predictions. You want to revise those at all?
No, I think I'm still going with my previous. I don't remember what.
Well, I know you said Arsenal versus you picked.
I think I said Real Madrid 2-1,
2-1.
and I think I said Bayern. I might have said. Oh, I said 2-1, and we're gonna win in extra time. Yeah,
that was it. Sticking with it.
Sticking with that.
Sticking with it.
Don't want to get too confident and say Bayern 3-0, but that's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, well, I can't remember my prediction at all. Maybe it was Arsenal 2-1. I think it was.
Arsenal
2-1, and I think you guys are going to win 2-0. I believe that was the.
Yeah, the other games that I don't feel like we need to make predictions on them. You got PSG, I think is 3-0,
they're 3-1,
and then
3-1.
Barcelona is 3-0 or 4-0. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're going through. I don't think. I think both of those are. PSG is going to go through, and Barcelona's going through.
Yeah.
Aston Villa, great season, but I think it's over.
Same thing with Dortmund.
And Dortmund, I think it's over. But we shall see. That's why they play the games, right? So it's coming to a close, man, and then we're on to the semifinals. And if it goes as we predicted, I think Bayern and Arsenal are going to.
We'd have to meet
playing each other, right? Would it be the final?
It would be the final, I think.
All right, you have a little bit of life left in you.
You don't want to play against Bayern.
You don't want to play against anybody, but you have to. Well, you want to just play whoever's in front of you all the way through to the end. You just want to be the last team to win.
Yeah.
But
historically, though, Bayern and Arsenal, those matchups have been in favor of Bayern. So
they have.
I'd be in favor of a Bayern Arsenal final. That'd be awesome.
Just for this show's purposes, that's what we want. That's what we want. All right. Well, we'll see how that all goes, and then I guess the last thing really is it's playoff time for the NBA. Almost playoff time.
Yeah.
It's play-in time right now. So we have the play-in tournament going on this week, and the matchup that's of interest to us here in Houston is the Golden State versus Memphis Grizzlies in that 7-8 game. Whoever wins that's who the Rockets' opponent is in the first round of the playoffs. We've secured the second seed. Team looks great young team, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
the playoffs is where young teams fall, so we're really hoping for a strong run this year.
So who would you rather see versus Golden State or versus Memphis?
I would rather see Memphis, definitely. Golden State, I mean, Steph Curry's a veteran. He knows what needs to be done, and you don't want to play against that in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Even as high of a seed as we are.
There's no playoff experience.
Yeah.
Van Vliet, I guess, he's won a championship, but Dylan Brooks has been kind of deep in the playoffs. But the rest of that team is like
real young,
really,
and now
really
that the
young.
Warriors have, they got Jimmy
Butler?
Yeah, they got two guys that have.
I'd rather see Memphis. I'm in agreement with you, but I think that the powers that be would really like to see Golden State versus Houston, this veteran team versus this really young team, and just to see how that plays out.
It would be a good boost to see Golden State and then beat them in the first round. That would be big boost.
That would build confidence to a tremendous degree. But I don't know. I've got a lot of confidence in this Rockets team. And I think they have basically the pieces, and if they get a couple of their younger guys going, Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, from a shooting perspective, that's what they're really missing is the 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
And if they really are consistent with 3-point
shooting.
the
consistent shooting. I mean, we get shots off the dribble all the time, but the spot-up shooting has been shaky. It's been on or off.
Yeah.
Really no in between.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see that get started.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, but it's underway. So the playing tournament begins tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? It's this week.
Tomorrow.
So it'll all end on the 18th. Playoffs start on the 19th and 20th. So crunch time for yet another sport.
Yeah, we did miss another sport that happened this weekend. You're wearing it. The Masters was this weekend.
Oh wow!
And Rory McIlroy won that. So
he now has the career Grand Slam. So he's won all of the 4 big majors. So
yeah, so props to him because he's been known to choke a little bit. And to tell you the truth, he did almost, but. Hey.
Well, you could see when it all ended, the way he fell to the ground and just started crying his eyes out. It meant a lot. I mean, so we look at these guys and they're all professional athletes. They make a lot of money and top of the world, famous, all of that stuff. But man, that was a human moment right there of accomplishing that.
And I got to actually watch some of the ending of the Masters, and I think he was up by like 4 strokes with like 6 holes left, maybe 7 holes, and then it was tied. And then he had probably one of the best shots of his career to
wow.
He had to just hook it like around a tree, and then he stuck the green and stuck it like 5 feet from the pin. And that was probably one of the best shots of his career. I mean, in that moment, because I think that was on 16 or 17. So
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at some of that final run in. Are you a golfer?
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts of the tournament overall then?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, love seeing any tournament go into like a playoff hole. It's always really exciting. I know I got to see Rory lose to DeChambeau a while back where he missed a few easy putts. I mean, nothing's really easy in golf because those greens are crazy hard. But it was nice to see Rory win one.
A good deal. Well, I play at golf. I'm definitely not good at it. So, but so seeing someone or that caliber of player out there on the course it's always really amazing to see, man. Just how skilled they actually are and how unskilled I actually am. So
definitely. I feel the same way though. I'm not anywhere good enough to make great golf, I guess, comments, but it's a fun sport. Fun sport to play and fun sport to watch.
Definitely. Well, that's about
that's
about all we have.
Yeah, I think that is all we have. So go Dynamo this weekend. Let us know your Champions League predictions, as the game should be finished by the time this episode rolls out. So yeah, let us know your predictions, I guess, for the semifinals and your thoughts on everything going on. And yeah, let us know what you think.
There you go. You can talk to us about anything, NBA playoffs, MLS, Champions League, and we'll see. We'll engage. We will definitely engage. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Dynamo Dynamics.